Right, Shalom. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Chakodash. Peace and noble honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that give us his truth and all his purity. And salutations to all your occupation this word throughout the four corners of the earth in sincerity and the truth. I'm the brother Yahushua, and this lesson will be going into how the persecution is going to come upon us. And when I say us, I'm talking about the Hebrew Israelite camps. Whether you label yourself GMS, whether you label yourself HOI, HODC, GOCC, or IUIC, ISUPK, all these different Hebrew Israelite groups will be persecuted, man. And that's going to happen because ultimately we know, as the scriptures say, the devil is going to come down with great wrath because he knoweth that he have but a short time. You know, these devils, these elites, they see these prophecies taking hold on the earth. They see, you know, the great awakening, and they're getting scared. And this is why you had this woman, you know, from Israel that had this conference, you know, where she said the biggest threat to Israel is black Americans, man, because that's the head tribe of the nation of Israel. And it's through Judah that all the tribes are waking up to their nationality, man. And they're in fear because they know when we wake up, it's over for their kingdom, man. You see? So they're going to try to, you know, take different measures, use different deceptive tactics, you know, to justify laying hands on us, man. Because they can't roll in on us now because, you know, they don't have any evidence. They don't have anything that could say, well, you can't just, you know, lock them up and throw them in, you know, prison. You need due process. What's the evidence that these guys, you know, have done, you know, what you're accusing them of? Well, guess what? We're coming into a time where there's not going to be any due process, man. All they're going to need is your words. You know, the words that you speak is going to be your own downfall. You see? It's going to be for, you know, what's going to get you locked up. You know, this is why they're doing all this censorship. But eventually, people are going to get locked up for the words that they speak, mainly the Hebrew Israelites, man, because the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is like a two-edged sword, and it's cutting to Esau's soul, and he can't stand it, man. We're like spiritual exorcists, you know. When you had Yahushua exorcising them demons, they was on the floor shaking, you know, having the people hit themselves, going crazy. This is how Esau's feeling right now, man. They can't send the light, the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua being within us, man. So what are they doing? They're going to set up different agent camps, you know, different agent provocateurs, you know, guys like Chief Ephraim calling for all camps to go down there to get a round two for what happened to those Wi-Fi Chicago. You know, that's not moving with wisdom, man. You know, and that's why we say, you know, you potentially an agent. Either you're an agent or you just stupidly dumb, man. You know, either way, you know, you're set up for the fall of many, man. You know, and you're nobody, man. You're not no leader. You're not no elder. You're no elder to me, man. You know, you're just a nigga, man. You know, slacking, man. You know, I ain't trying to just, you know, curse the brother out, but come on, man. You know, if you're not moving up with wisdom, you're a nigga, man. Straight up. And all these guys that go down there with you on Saturday, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. Whatever happens to you is on you, man. I will not shed a tear for one of you niggas, man. If anything goes down, man. Because you're walking right in the trap of the devil, man. Here it is. He laying that snare for you. Tell you, yeah, come on ahead. And we'll let you know, yo, it's a trap right there. We see it. And what do? Nah, man. Y'all niggas don't know what y'all talking about, man. Y'all niggas is scared. Y'all niggas cowards. If Yahushua was on the scene, they would call him a coward, man. But guess what? You all fulfilling your lot of the movie. You know, which is to pretty much have us numbered among the transgressors. And I'm going to get the scripture here. This is Isaiah chapter 53, verse, I'm going to start at 7. This is speaking about Yahushua. It says, he was oppressed and he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. He is brought as a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before her shearers is dumb, so he openeth not his mouth. So Yahushua, when those accusations were brought up against him, you know, he didn't open his mouth, man. You know, he didn't revile. He ain't, you know, say, get the fuck off of me, man. Start fighting him up, you know. Even Yahushua said, don't you think I could call on my father and he shall give me more than 12 legions of angels? and 12 legions of angels is mighty, man. One angel could destroy, the whole planet Earth's armies, man. We seen an example of that, back in, I believe in Hezekiah's time, where the Assyrians came up against Judah, and the Lord sent down an angel and slew over 80,000, I believe, Assyrians, man, of their armies. One angel. So imagine 84,000 angels going around doing what they do, man. So we got protection from on high, man. We don't need to go out there and, incite, violence, man. Now if it comes to you, which, that's what happened to those brothers, the violence came to them and, they reciprocated the violence, which is understandable. But, we're living into a time where you got to move with more wisdom, man. So if it's going to be protests out there, you're supposed to move. As soon as you got there, you saw them protests, man, you should have moved, switch locations, man. It's not you being a coward. It's you moving with wisdom, man. Because tensions will be stirred up, man. Yahushua said, when they persecute you in one city, flee ye to another, man. So does that make the disciples, when they did that, does that make them cowards? You had Apostle Paul, he was persecuted, man. He got stoned, He ain't fight back. He ain't go look for them, the guys that did it and beat him up. He got let down a basket when they was looking for him, man. He ain't just stand his ground and say, nah, let them come. We going through the spirit of, power, Yahweh, Shema, Shah, we gonna beat their ass. No, man. He move with wisdom. That's what wisdom is, man. Wisdom is the ability to foresee, foresight, foreseeing the danger ahead, man, and preserving yourself, from, potentially getting hurt, man. What's wrong with that? But Jake think it's cowardice, man. But let's finish. It says, verse 8, he was taken from prison and from judgment, and who shall declare his generation? But he was cut off out of the land of the living. For the transgression of my people was he stricken. So Yahushua, he died for the Israelites, man. So he knew he had to fulfill prophecy, this prophecy here. So this is why he did not, fight back. You see? And he made his grave with the wicked and with the rich in his death, because he had done no violence, neither was any deceit found in his mouth. So Yahushua didn't do any violence, you see? And you're going to have certain brothers that become martyrs for the word. That's going to be, amongst, buried with the wicked, even though they didn't do nothing wrong, man. Esau can't really, have charges against us, man. Romans 8 says, who shall lay charge to the Most High's elect? It's nothing that's going to separate us from Yahweh Shema Shai for the elect, man. So you could come up, with all these different deceitful tactics, have your agents go out there, do some, some wild shit and then blame it on us, man. But guess what? The heavens is watching, man. And the Lord is not just going to allow you devils to just come, and devour, You've been devouring all these centuries, man. Ever since you came to this side of the world. To the northern tribes, the so-called Native Americans, the so-called Latinos. And then when you went and got the southern kingdom, put them in captivity. You did all these things for all these centuries, man. You just think you're just going to come up against, the men that now, is praising Yahweh Shema Shine, calling upon his name, and just do the same thing as you did before, man. Hey, man, you're going to get your ass handed to you, man. You're going to get a few of us, don't get me wrong, because the scriptures do talk about the martyrs and the ones that's going to get beheaded for Yahushua. But guess what? Majority of the elect will not get decimated, man. This is not 70 AD. This is not the time of the Romans. This is not the time of the Greeks, man. This ain't the Persian kingdom. This is the end of your world, man. So the Lord is going to do mighty works for his people. Verse 10, it says, yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him. He hath put him to grief. When thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed. He shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of the Lord Yahweh shall prosper in his hand. So the pleasure of the Lord is prospering in Yahweh's hand right now. This is why all power is given unto him in heaven and in earth. He's the one that's in control under the Most High. He shall see of the travail of his soul, and shall be satisfied. By his knowledge shall my righteous servant justify many, for he shall bear their iniquities. So the men, he's speaking about the elect, man. You see? And he bare the iniquities ultimately of all the nation of Israel. Verse 12, therefore will I divide them a portion with the great, and he shall divide the spoil with the strong. Yeah, so the men that's going to be at Yahushua's table is going to be great men, man. The 12 disciples, the 144,000, that's going to be the ones closest to Yahushua in the kingdom. So Yahushua has a great inheritance because he had poured out his soul unto death, and he was numbered with the transgressors. So that's the point. Yahushua was numbered among the transgressors, even though he did not transgress. He was perfect. You know, he never sinned ever in his life. He never said anything wicked, man. But what did Jake do? They made him an offender for a word. That's in the book of Isaiah. That make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth at the gate. And this is what Esau is doing unto us right now, laying snares and traps for us, man. The FBI calling upon, the nation to warn them about terror attacks coming to America. It's only a matter of when Hamas is in America. You know, they warn of different terror groups, not just Hamas. You know, Islamic groups. You know, and then you got all these guys moving with no wisdom, man. But they say we cowards, not understanding that we trying to look out for them. Well, guess what, man? You guys go out there Saturday. You know, this is just me, speaking as a man. I believe something might go down where y'all end up really, truly hurting each other, man. You know, one of them Palestinians might come out. You know, one of those agents might come out and just drop a grenade on your sides, and y'all all get blown up, man. Hey, don't be surprised if shit like that go down. Then Esau will say, oh, look what they're doing. These groups, these extremist groups are getting out of control. We got to do something. Domestic terrorism is on the rise. You see? You giving these devils ammunition, man. So it says, and he bare the sins of many and made intercession for the transgressors. So he made intercession for the elect, because those are the only ones that could sin in the eyes of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You see, because they were the only ones that was given the laws. So now, let's go to John chapter 15, verse 18. It says, if the world hates you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. Yes, so the world hated Yahushua before it hates us. Because all we doing is reading the word, which Yahushua is the word. And people just going crazy, losing their minds, calling us all types of names. But all we doing is reading the scriptures, man. Here it is, America's supposed to be a Christian nation, but then we're coming out of the book, their book that they claim to believe in, but all of a sudden we all these, call us all these different names, man. I thought you believed the Bible, calling us racist and, all these different words, man, extremists, even though we have not laid a finger on nobody, man. We never attack nobody, put anybody to death, man. Don't put that on us. Now, if a guy who used to be in the camp goes ahead and does that, well, that's on him. Don't put that on us. Imagine if you have Christians that commit crimes, and then we just blame all of Christianity. The Christian church is the problem. You have one Christian that go out there, might do a crime, you just blame all the religion. It shows you how desperate these devils are, man. Guys like Vocab Malone bringing up, different things that took place with guys that used to be in camps and try to, say, hey, this is all we're about. If this is what we were all about, then we all would be locked up. There would be none of us out there, man. So we moving with wisdom. We telling you your judgment before it takes place, man. We're not taking matters in our own hands, man. Which is why these guys, man, you just giving the devil more ammunition, man. So it says, if you were of the world would love his own, but because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. So the world hates us because they can't be us, because we standing out. And it's just like in the movie, The Matrix, where you had those, everybody was could turn to an agent, once they seen Neo, and then you had the movie Inception, where they was hacking into other people's dreams, and they got to a point that the people in the dream, they would realize that this person don't belong in this head. It doesn't belong in the dream, and they would just start rushing and attacking them. So that's how the world views us, man. we stand out, and it takes balls to do what we do. It takes balls to go against the grain and it offends people. Why are you not with us? Why are you not celebrating our holidays? You condemning everything that we're doing, So they hate us, man, because we're like Yahushua. We're ambassadors of Yahushua. It says, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. So the servant is not greater than his Lord, and we're servants of Yahushua. So if Yahushua went through it as a rite of passage into him receiving his blessing, we're going to have to go through it, man. So this is things that, our apostles, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shah, our apostles have been through and have warned us about, for all these years, that eventually this is going to take place. And now we're in the midst of that, man. But these other camps, they're not warning their congregation for potentially being labeled as terrorists, man. Jake is just in that party spirit, man. Jake want to have fun, Israelite parties, Israelite weddings, Hebrew wrestling matches, Passover party, cookouts, but they're not taking this serious, man. This thing is deadly serious. So it says, but all these things they will do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. So these people don't know Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. So, they're going to say, they're going to blame us, for everything that's wrong with the world, man. When these prophecies start taking a grip of the earth where it's undeniable, when the famine and the pestilence and all these plagues start taking hold of the earth, guess what? These people are going to blame us, just like they did with Elijah. When Elijah prophesied of the famine for 3 years, Ahab was looking to kill him. They blamed Elijah. They said, you the reason the famine came, not acknowledging that it came because of their wickedness, man. So they're going to do the same thing to us, man. Because people are going to want somebody to blame, They're going to want somebody to blame, man. Instead of blaming the elites, the powers that be, they're going to say, hey, man, you niggas is the reason everything is going wrong with the world. You see? So now let's go to Matthew chapter 10, verse 22. It says, matter of fact, I'm going to read Matthew chapter 10, verse 16. It says, behold, I sent you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. So these guys, I wonder how they break this scripture down, man. Because harmless as a dove, meaning take the low, be humble. What do doves do when humans come around them? They flee. You see? Does that make them cowards? No. It just makes them wise because they know it's potential for danger, man. So you're not being wise as serpent. You're not being as a dove. And what does a serpent do? They calculate. They wait. They sit there. They watch. They watch for the prey. They wait for the right moment. So this is what you're supposed to do, man. You're supposed to watch. Be on your guard. So be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. So calling for all camps to go for round 2, that's not being harmless as a dove, man. That's you being carnal. You taking matters into your own hands. And man, I pray the Lord do something to you niggas, man. So that it could wake up the rest of the elect that may be amongst you guys, man. And then that's all over the earth, man. When they see that, when they see the warning that GMS is given, and they're not taking heed, and they go down there and something happen, and then we could just go and do videos on you guys, man, to make you guys an example, to show the congregation, what wisdom is, how you supposed to move with wisdom, man. That's not wise, man. It says, but beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. So you're going to have different agents that do things to get us caught up, man. And Chief Ephraim, you may well be an agent, man. And if you're not, you're just stupidly dumb, brother. So it says, beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and it will scourge you in their synagogues. And that happened to the disciples, man. They got beat up. Did they go ahead and get their leg back? Did they go ahead for round 2? No. They praised Yahweh Shem Yahushua and just kept it pushing, man. You guys are carnal, man. It says, and ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. So, eventually we're going to get locked up, and it's not going to be any due process. They're going to say you a terrorist. The words that you speak prove that you're a terrorist. You're a domestic terrorist. You're a violent person. So they're going to lock you up, put you in a concentration camp. And it's going to be different brothers, because the elites, they know who we are, man. They know who brothers are. The ones they really want is the Israelites. They don't care about no, Hamas terrorists. No, they care about Israelites, man. So they're going to have, different rooms set up where you going up to actual governors, actual heads of states, actual mayors. Who knows? You might go up before billionaires, and, actual elites might be in the dark room looking at the interrogation of different brothers, man. You see, it says, and for kings for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. Yeah, because we're prophesying against this whole world, against this whole kingdom. You see? So that's considered high treason in their sight. Even though we're not, doing anything, we're not inciting violence. Us here at Great Millstone, this is why we don't associate with any other camps, man. We don't go to your unity camps. We don't mess with you guys, man, because you guys don't have the right doctrine. You have all these unity camps with mad different doctrines, man. Some of y'all don't believe, in Yahushua. Some of y'all don't believe the names matter. Y'all believe in different names, and most of all of you don't believe the chip, is the mark of the beast, except Sakari, of course, But even these guys, man, they're not right. So to hell with you guys, man. It says, but when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. Yeah, so, we're not supposed to have a script, set up to where if they ask me this question, this is what I'm going to say. If they ask me this is what I'm going to say to get out of it. No, it's going to be through the Spirit, Get up there, put up your prayers to the Lord, and then the Lord is just going to do his thing, because we're mouthpieces of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Verse 19, it says, but when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. So it's not going to be our words. It's going to be the words of the scriptures that we bring out. It says, and the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. So, hey, man, we're going to be delivered up even by our own families, because the heat is going to rise so much that the love of men is going to wax cold. When the famine comes, and Esau comes out and say, if you know any of your family members that is into extremism, deliver them up and we'll give you 5,000 digital coins on your CBDC implant. Hey, man, motherfuckers is going to go right for it, man. Give these men up and we'll give you rations, So they're going to deliver them up, man. And on top of that, you have this whole social credit system thing that is, being set up to where, people are going to lose credit. They're going to lose points by being around people that have certain beliefs, So they might, deliver us up to get points on their credit, man. So family members, man. So it says, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. So we shall be hated of all men, man. It's literally us against the world, man. Just like how Yahushua felt when he was going through his trial, man. With a whole city, man. You talking hundreds of thousands of people calling for his death. Him walking in the midst of the streets. Him getting beaten up or walking with that cross. Spat on. Rocks thrown at him. Kicked. Punched. He went through it, man. That was the hour of his trial. So guess what? The scriptures say we have not striven unto blood. Yahushua laid down his life, for us, man. We ain't never gonna feel what Yahushua felt, man. And we're gonna only get a little piece of what he went through, man. And that little piece, that the Lord, of what the Lord caught that we're gonna have is gonna you know, have us receive the kingdom, man. You know, because the scriptures say what? Our light affliction, which is but for a moment, work for us an exceeding and eternal weight of glory, man. So this is what's going to strengthen us in those times, because we know the kingdom is right around the corner. You see? It says, but when they persecute you in this city, flee into another. Oh, so Yahushua is telling men to be cowards, according to you guys, man. These guys, man, if you go back there again and they have another protest, man, hey, man, Yahushua do what he going to do to you guys, man. May the Lord do something to wake you guys up, man. Because that's what Israel needs a lot of times, man. A good ass whooping, man. You go down there, man, you get your asses handed to you, man. You wishing evil. Hey, man. Hey, Jeremiah wished evil on Israelites. All the prophets wish evil on Israelites, man. That did not take heed unto Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah. Because we're speaking through the spirit, man. But you guys just look at it that we just men. We just some bum broke, cowards, man. Well, go ahead. See how you do. You see? It says, for verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man be come. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough that the disciple that he be as his master and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household? So if they call Yahushua Beelzebub, what do you think they're going to call us? They already call us all kinds of names, man. Rapists, They call us child molesters and all these different names, man. But guess what? It's going to result to us being called terrorists, demons, They're going to say we're possessed with an evil spirit. Going out there, hey, man, these Israelites, they just going out there just blowing buildings up and doing all. Hey, man, it's going to be a stain on the Israelite name, man. Matter of fact, Second Maccabees chapter 6, verse 6, it says, neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts or to profess himself at all to be a Jew. Yes, so during the Greek captivity, it became illegal for you to be an Israelite and not forsake your custom. So it was either you be an Israelite and you die, or you be a Greek and you live. That was the option that was presented. So, we're coming into a time where being an Israelite is not going to be cool anymore. Because a lot of guys, they're into it because, they might have friends that's into it, or, they see the community getting together and they love the partying, or they looking for a sister wife. They looking for a wife, They want that unity spirit. And hey, man, the Lord is going to break all that up, because we're going to see who really believes and who don't when the Most High really make it a danger to your life to believe that you're an Israelite, man. A lot of guys is going to put the fringes in the garbage, man. Oh, fuck this shit, I'm out. I ain't signed up for all this. I ain't tell me that we're going to have to go through this. You see? So, now let's go to the book of Esther, chapter 3, verse 8. It says, and Haman, he was an Amalekite. And I believe he's the forefather of the Herodians too, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. His name is Haman. His name means magnificent. And that's how the world looks at these Ish people, J-ish people, man. They could never do wrong, doing all these bombings to those Palestinians. But the world is praying for them, man. Chief Minister of Ahasuerus, enemy of Mordecai and the Jews, who plotted to kill the Jews, but being fooled by Esther, was hanged by his family on the gallows that he had made for Mordecai. So, hey, he went into his own trap. He set up the gallows for the Jews, and he was hanged on the same gallows, man. So, hey, Esau setting up that trap for us, but it's going to be a trap to himself, man. And even guys that are agents, that are given orders to do certain things, man, they only going to set themselves up. You might have a guy that's an agent that, they guarantee him like, yo, listen, you do this right here, That's all you got to do. We're going to give you this much in pay, and, you know, you're going to be good when the more hell break loose. We're gonna make sure you're taken care of and shit like that, you know? And then Jake go ahead and do it, and they just go ahead and just lock his ass up, man. Like, nah, nigga, what you thought this was? You're still a nigga, you know? So it says, and Haman said unto the king, Ahasuerus, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people of all the provinces of thy kingdom, and their laws are diverse from all people. Neither keep they the king's laws. Therefore, it is not for the king's profit to suffer them. So Haman was looking to come up against us, you know, to get us taken out, you know. And brothers, we believe that Haman, that might be Vocab Malone, because all he does is try to tie us into Islam, you know. So don't be surprised if this guy come out, you know. Me and the brother was talking, you know, try to act like vocab and that, you know, some go down, and you know, they blame the Hebrew Israelites. You know, don't be surprised if this guy come on CNN and these major TV stations, news stations. You know, I'm gonna say, hey man, you know, the violence, you know, it's being spilled all over America. You know, terror has taken a grip on America. You know, we have Hebrew Israelites. You know, they're going crazy, and you know, good evening. You know, we have our expert on Hebrew Israelism, Mr. Vocab Malone. Good evening, Mr. Vocab Malone. Hey, good evening, and this and this and that. Oh yes, you know, these Hebrew Israelites. You know, they have a lot of their beliefs. You know, they're very they have a lot of their beliefs that go back to Islam, and you know, they're very violent. You know, as you can see, you know, pull up this video. You know, they're gonna start putting up all videos of camps. You know, going to gun ranges. You know, oh yes, they're very violent. You know, they've been getting known to get into brawls. You know, to call, you know, for the genocide of the Ish people and the white race as a whole. Oh my God, you know, pull up the video. Then they have brothers on TV cursing people out, you know, not even bleeping the words out, you know, just to have you looking out there crazy, you know, cut different scenes of brothers saying certain things to depict you in a bad light, you know. So that's what this guy set up to do, man. So it says, neither keep they the king's laws, therefore it is not for the king's profit to suffer them. So we don't keep, well, we keep the laws of the land, of course, you know, but we keep the laws of the Most High first and foremost, you know. So if Esau passes a law that makes us sin against Yahweh Shem Yahshua, we're not going to keep it, you know. And the law that he's going to pass, you know, that goes against Yahweh Shem Yahshua is the implementation of the CBDC implant, which is the MOTB, the mark of the beast, you know. So once that take place, you know, that's when you don't obey the laws of the land, man, you know, because that makes you, you know, sin against Yahweh Shem Yahshua. But a lot of guys, when they take place, they're going to go ahead and go for it because they saying it's not the mark and they got to feed their families. So they're not willing to suffer, you know, and be an outcast, you know. So a lot of guys, Israelites, they're going to fold, you know, because deep down inside, they don't have the balls to stand up against it. You know, that's why they tell you, oh, well, how you supposed to eat? ISUBK, how you supposed to eat? You got to feed your family, you know. You know, don't be scared about no chip, you know. The same ones that tell you to take the juicy fruit back in 2021 when it was made available to put in your veins, you know. IUIC, Nate, he said the same thing. He told his congregation to go ahead and take it, you know. And then once he saw the backlash that Johanna was getting from it, he kind of retracted, you know. Oh yeah, brother, you know, we take vaccines all the time, you know. We go abroad and we take this vaccine, we take this vaccine, you know. They're gonna tell you go ahead and take it, man. That's why they don't admit that that's what it is, man. So verse 9, it says, if it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed. So it's going to be law for Israelites to be destroyed. And watch Jake, you know. Jake is going to blame us, man. They're going to say, hey, man, we're the reason why, you know, the government is coming down on so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know, because back when the C-19 came out, they said you so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you got to be the ones to be first in line to take it, you know? So guess what? When shit start happening, they're gonna say, hey man, the worst of the worst amongst these extremist groups is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They're gonna put us right over the Arabs, man. And then you're gonna have Jake blaming us, coming up against us, trying to kill us. You know? It says, if it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed, and I will pay 10,000 talents of silver to hang to the hands of those that have the charge of the business to bring it into the king's treasuries. And the king took his ring from his hand and gave it unto Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite, the Jews' enemy. So, hey, man, Vocab Malone, he's an enemy unto us, man. And eventually, hey, man, they're going to have this guy come out on TV. You know, they're going to give Vocab Malone a task force to go out and find out where they are. You know, he already got where brothers camp, brothers locations, you know. So don't be surprised, man. Vocab Malone at the head of a task force going around looking for the Jews, man. You know? Hey, remember, Nero burned down Rome and blamed the Jews so that they could be justified in coming up against us. So they could easily have agents out there, agent provocateurs, do something crazy just to come up against the Hebrew Israelites and round us up. So this is Acts chapter 5, verse 35. It says, and said unto them, ye men of Israel, take heed to yourselves what ye intend to do as touching these men. For before these days rose up Theudas, boasting himself to be somebody. And that might be you, Chief Ephraim, boasting to be somebody, man. Who the hell are you, man? You're not no captain. You're not no general. You're not no chief or nobody, man. Calling for all camps. Attention, all camps. I need Route 2, goddammit. You wasn't even involved. That matter does not concern you, man. How much you know all the videos, man? Hey, they did the brothers wrong, man. You know, we got to get part 2, goddammit. Boasting to be somebody, man. And then you have the newspapers back in 2019 where you was, you know, at the Covington situation, you know, where they blamed the Israelites for it, man. You know, conveniently, man. Even though you had those Edomite youngins that was antagonizing those Native Americans that was protesting, you know, but some way, somehow they end up blaming it on you, Chief Ephraim. And what was the newspaper said? Zealot right next to it. The man responsible for the Covington protests. Then they did interviews with you, came to your house, you know? Like, come on, man. Well, where was all that energy, man? When they came to your house, you wasn't cursing them out. You just sat down and speaking politely. You wasn't cursing them out, telling them that they're the devil, you know? So where was all that energy, man? So it says, for before these days rose up Theudas, boasting himself to be somebody, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who were slain, and all, as many as obeyed him, were scattered and brought to naught. So don't be surprised if you go down there and get slain, man. You know? You had a dude on the comments talking about, I got the TC-12, I'm bringing it. I'm around this area. Can y'all pick me up? Oh, I'm coming from London. You know? Coming from all over, all these different places, man. Strapped up, ready. You know? So that now the Palestinians, I seen them Palestinians on his comments, you know, tell them they ain't gonna do nothing, you know, they come in, you know? And how the hell they end up on your comment anyways, man? That was just weird to me, man. Palestinians, different Arabs on your comments going back and forth with y'all. But, hey, man, you know, Arabs, they gonna bring their own things. Next thing you know, it could be a bloodbath out there. Y'all shooting at each other. There's casualties on both sides. They're going to say, hey, man, it's innocent civilians have been hurt, and we're going to have to stop this. Those extremist groups is going crazy over this whole Israel thing, man. So, hey, man, got to move with wisdom. Verse 37, after this man rose up Judas of Galilee, in the days of the taxing, and drew away much people after him, he also perished, and all, even as many as obeyed him, were dispersed. So you had a lot of zealots back in the time of the Roman Empire that wanted to come up against the Romans, man. You know? And this is why it says in Romans 13, to obey the powers that be. Rulers is not a terror to good works, but to the evil. If you do good, then well. But if you do evil, be afraid, for he beareth not the sword in vain. Esau don't have that blessing in vain, man. And I remember years ago, you went to the gun range, with your camp, wearing all black. Conveniently, you telling all camps that's pulling up they gotta wear all black. It's just weird, man. But you went to the gun range talking about, yeah. The sword is Esau's blessing, so we gotta tap into that realm. Where is that in the scriptures, man? So you gonna get guys caught up, man, and their blood is gonna be on your hands. It says, and now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel be the work of, or this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if you be of the Most High, you cannot overthrow it, lest haply you be found even to fight against the Most High. So eventually they're going to try to come up against the men of GMS, but that's when they're going to get their ass handed to them, which of course at first, we're going to have to be tried, brothers going to have to get locked up and go through their different trials and their own hour of temptation, but the Lord is going to give different men power, man, to do wondrous things, power to break out of prison. Hey, when Peter was locked up, one time the Lord sent an angel to break him out of prison, man. So don't be surprised if angels come down, chariots come down, deliver brothers out of prison, angel come down and start whooping people, in the building, destroying cops and break a brother out, or the Lord just give the brother power to just break himself out, man. So either way, we waiting on the Lord to fight for us, man. We're not taking matters into our own hands, man. So this is Matthew chapter 24. Let's see. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 9. It says, and then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. So they're going to deliver us up to be afflicted, man. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. So even amongst GMS, man, you're going to have, brothers that get offended and end up falling out, because they can't take the heat, different brothers amongst different camps delivering up different brothers. Esau might come to brothers with a bag, hey, tell me where all them brothers in your camp, live at, and, we going to make sure we got you on the list. We were supposed to grab you up too, but if you tell us where they at, we going to let you go. And on top of that, we bless you with a little 2,000, on your UBI, on your CBDC implant. You see, guys gonna get offended because they're not gearing their minds ready for that, man. It says, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So iniquity is going to abound, man. And the love of many is going to wax cold. Jacob's trouble, man. But the elect are going to endure and they're going to be saved. So, let's see. Yeah, I think they'll sit on that. And then one more, and we could end off. Zephaniah 3 and 8. Yep, this is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. It says, therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua power. So we're supposed to wait on the Lord, man. Not wait on you, not wait upon man. To all gather together to bring the smoke to him. And these guys using scriptures to justify their actions, man. Oh, Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 1. And then he had another one where, he posted he screenshotted somebody else's post saying that we're not caught on man, we're not stirring nothing up, this and this and that. But we gonna bring your house well. Like what the fuck are you talking about, man? So It says, unto the day that I rise up to the prey. So the Lord is going to rise to the prey, not you. That's Yahweh Shah's prey, man. So you eating off Yahweh Shah's plate. If the Lord don't give you that power, then you have no business going and bringing them the smoke, man. You want to show you got numbers. That's a good opportunity for Esau to just have a terror attack, man, and just get rid of a bunch of y'all, man. Gather y'all like a bundle. You're all in that one position. You and them Palestinians, oh, great opportunity, man, to just do something, man. It says, for my determination is to gather the nations that I may assemble the kingdoms. So that's the determination of the Lord, man. Let's look at the word determination. The word there is mashapat, which means judgment. What? The valley of Yahweh Shaphat. We're spoken of in Joel, the 3rd chapter, man. You see? The act of deciding a case. Yeah, so the case is the controversy of Zion. So the Lord is going to be the one to gather the nations up in the Middle East to plead for us, man. We can't plead for ourselves, man. We don't have no power. The scriptures call us your worm Jacob, man. Thou worm Jacob. So what's your business going out there, looking for trouble, man, when you just a worm? Fools, man. And you guys saying, oh, you guys haters and you jealous, we don't get no views. Man, who gives a fuck about views, man? When the prophets was out there, majority of people wasn't listening to him, man. And you guys are further proving that we're the men of the Lord. Talking about we don't get views, we just hating on y'all, and you don't got as many subscribers, man. Hey, man, we don't give a fuck about that. We come out, to teach the word, and that's it. The Lord told Ezekiel to prophesy to the wind, man. And that's what we doing. Oh, you guys had removed places. Nobody coming up to y'all camps because nobody knows where y'all at. Well, what is a byway? Scriptures say go into highways and byways, the hedges, places that is not frequented, man. The word of the Lord alone is enough to raise up Israel, man. It's an energy that's behind it. Even if no cameras on, you go out there and it's somewhere that nobody's at. It's the energy that's going out into the world. Because the scriptures say what? The word of the Lord does not go out void. It echoes in the earth. Soon as it gets spoken by the mouth of the prophet, it goes around the earth and it do what it does, man. And all we really need is the internet. We don't need Jake to come up to us, which, of course, Jake, do come up to us and we deal with them, but the main place that Jake is waking up is through the internet, man. So it says, for my determination is to gather the nations in the valley of Yahweh Shabbat, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. So the Heavenly Father is going to gather the nations to bring upon them the nuclear judgment, man. So the Lord is going to be the one to fight for us. Just like we didn't have to fight against Pharaoh, man. The Lord fought for us, man. Did you see the Israelites in Egypt fighting back against Pharaoh and his people? No, man. The Lord fought for us, man. So we shouldn't be taking matters into our own hands, man, because we're in a time, as you can see, all that tension in the Middle East is because the Lord is about to bring judgment on these heathen nations for putting hands on his people, man. So we don't got to take up arms to go up against them, man. But yeah, that's pretty much it on this lesson. So with that, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashim, Yashah, Bashim, Chakodash. Peace and double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS that give us his truth and all the spirituality. And salutations to all you out preaching this word throughout the four corners of the earth as sincerity and the truth. Shalom.